Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2022-2023, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 76 years of independence, India's G20 presidency, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2050 to 2030, as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
Kurutvam kalyanam आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
Today, with the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's sessions. Today, we are commemorating World Science Day for Peace and Development. And this week is also commemorated as International Week of Science and Peace. So, the International Week of Science and Peace was first observed during 1986 as part of the observance of the International Year of Peace. The organization of events and activities for the week was undertaken as a non-governmental initiative. The Secretariat for the International Year of Peace was informed of the preparatory activities and the final summary of events that occurred during the week. The organization sought to encourage the broadest possible international participation in the observance. Based on the success of the 1986 observance, the organizers continued their efforts in successive years. In recognition of the value of annual observance, the General Assembly adopted Resolution 43/61 in December 1988, which proclaims the International Week of Science and Peace to take place each year during the week in which 11 November falls. The General Assembly urged member states and intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations to encourage relevant institutions, associations, individuals to sponsor events and activities related to the study and dissemination of information on the links between progress in science and technology and maintenance of peace and security. Urged member states to promote international cooperation among scientists and required the Secretary General to report to the General Assembly as its 45th session on the activities and initiatives of member states and interested organizations in connection with this week. The annual observance of International Week of Science and Peace is making an important contribution to the promotion of peace. This week also encourages greater academic exchanges on a subject of universal importance, while also generating greater awareness of the relationship of science and peace among the general public. Based on the observance of the Science and Peace Week to date, it may be expected that the participation each year will increase, contributing to the greater international understanding and opportunities for cooperation in the applications of science for the promotion of peace throughout the year. So, recommendations on science and scientific researchers. The UNESCO recommendation on science and scientific researchers is an important standard setting instrument which not only codifies the goals and value systems by which science operates, but also emphasizes that these need to be supported and protected. If science is to flourish, the recommendation promotes a fair and appropriate status of scientific researchers and informs adequate national science, technology, and innovation policies to ensure that societies use knowledge from all scientific fields in a responsible manner. Today, as we are commemorating this week, generally 10th November, that is tomorrow, is commemorated as World Science Day for Peace and Development. So this entire week is celebrated as the week celebrations. Then we'll move on to our next commemoration for today. Today we are also commemorating Cambodia Independence Day. And we are also commemorating World Freedom Day, World Quality Day, and World Usability Day, and many more. Let's look at each of the commemorations for the day. So today is World Usability Day. World Usability Day, or Make Things Easier Day, founded in 2005 by Usability Professional Association. Is celebrated annually on the second Thursday in November. So this year it takes place on 9th. It promotes the values of usability, usability engineering, user-centered design, universal usability, and every user's obligation to demand better things. Every year, a new theme is chosen for the discussion. This year's theme, Our Health, will look into virtual healthcare electronic health records, and other digital health related technologies, professionals will talk about the current concerns such as care continuity, treatment access, mental health, and nutrition. The User Experience Professional Association established World Usability Day in November 2005. The association was founded in 1991 with a membership of 50 and has since grown to serve a community of nearly 2,400 professionals around the world by promoting user experience, UX concepts, and technologies through annual international conferences. The Journal of Usability Studies, JUS, the User Experience Magazine, and 59 local chapters in 30 countries, the principles of user experience may be traced all the way back to ancient Greece. There is evidence that Greek civilizations used ergonomic concepts to build instruments and workspaces as early as 5th century BC. Henry Dreyfus, an American industrial engineer who published Designing for People in 1955, which pretty much sums up user experience design in a nutshell, is another major figure in the history of user experience design. Engineers aren't the only ones who have contributed to the development of user experience. In 1966, Walt Disney was hailed as one of the first user experience designers in the history. Obsessed with creating magical, immersive, near perfect user experiences, Disney envisioned a place where cutting edge technology could be used to improve people's lives. And from the original iPod in 2001 to iPhone in 2007, Apple has also been a true user experience innovator. Even the term user experience design was coined by the IT behemoth. So Henry Dreyfus publishes his definitive work, Designing for People, a book that shaped cultural landscape of 21st century. The user experience goes to in 1955. So Walt Disney becomes the first user experience designer who isn't an engineer or a tech wonk in 1966. The user experience goes to Walt Disney. So the era of personal computers began in 1970s with psychologists and engineers collaborating to focus on user experience. The term user experience design, Donald Norman coins the term user experience design in 1995. So UX design is not coding and you do not require a knowledge of coding to get into it. Efficient, effective, engaging, errors tolerant, and easy to learn are the 5 E's of usability. Usability in UX design is a quality metric that measures how user-friendly a product is. Our lives have been revolutionized by the internet, which has made the world a global village. Various aspects of our daily lives, such as work, meetings, and medical appointments, are also going virtual. On this day, talk about the benefits you enjoy from the tech and your experience using digital devices. Read about the evolution of technology and user experience. Learn in detail about how humanity has advanced in technology and what we can expect going forward. Read on how technology has contributed to the advancement of all aspects of modern life. Then go ahead and share how technology has personally benefited you. So there's rampant spread of computer viruses. Every month, around 6,000 new computer viruses are generated and distributed. The Firefox emblem is actually a red panda, not a fox. So that's a misconception. So Apple has been in existence for more than 38 years and is 1 month younger than Samsung. So we have decades of old tech firms. To improve the Alexa experience, the virtual assistant technology saves all your conversation history in the cloud. So it has a dawn of recorded conversations. Whether it records everything, whatever you are talking, it may not respond until you call Alexa, but It continues to listen each and every conversation of you and all around. Only when you call Alexa, then only it responds to you. So these are called as voice words or voice keywords, which activates the Alexa system to respond to you. Even in case with Siri and other systems. So to improve the Alexa, not only Alexa or any such tools experience, the virtual assistant technology saves all your conversation history in the cloud. And they also actively listen to the conversations. Once the keyword, the voice commands or the voice keywords are detected, it starts responding. People are slower screen readers. Did you know that people read 10% slower on a screen than they do on paper? So World Usability Day honors product usability by educating people and measuring the influence technology has on our lives. Product users are taught how best to use technological devices. The usability of a product's interference enables transparency. This helps users to concentrate on their activity, make fewer errors, and quicker judgments. The constant progress of the technology leads to advancements in all fields such as medical, communication, transport, among others. Thanks to the technology, we now have access to quicker, more efficient ways of getting things done. Today is also commemorated as World Quality Day. The purpose of this day is to raise awareness and provide support to individuals and organizations for the achievement of economic prosperity and adoption of high quality standards. In 2008, the first World Quality Day took place in the London, United Kingdom. Every year, the theme of the World Quality Day is decided by the Chartered Quality Institute. Some of the previous themes included sustainability, improving our products, people, and planet, and creating consumer value. So the Chartered Quality Institute, CQI, chooses the theme of the World Quality Day every year. Founded in 1919, the CQI is a chartered professional body for experts in improving service, project, and product quality. Since its inception, the CQI has set a standard for campaigning organizational excellence in quality management worldwide. The organization now has a membership of approximately 20,000 people and is the only organization that can award people with chartered quality professional status. The CQI is also in charge of the International Register of Certified Auditors, IRCA. Part of the CQI's mission is to improve the ability of organizers to deliver the very best for consumers and stakeholders. Their vision is a world in which organizations of all types and sizes thrive by providing outstanding value for customers, stakeholders, and society. The maiden conference of World Quality Day took place on November 13, 2008 at the Imaras Conference Center in London. Quality management, a fairly modern concept, is subdivided into four components: quality planning, quality assurance, quality control, and quality improvement, referred to as total quality management, TQM. In general, it involves maintaining a desired level of excellence. So the quality movement begins with artisans organizing themselves into guilds, 13th century, beginning of quality movement. The CQI is founded in London, UK, 1990. The Queen grants the CQI Royal Charter in 2006, and the inaugural conference of World Quality Day takes place in London. Then World Quality Day is inaugurated in 2008. So William Edwards Deming is widely recognized as the father of quality. He was a statistician and a business consultant, and his methods. The quality training for employees recognizing individuals who apply quality in organizations and creating a suggestion box related to quality practices are the ways you can celebrate. Maintaining quality in a business means satisfied and loyal customers. Good quality products also lead to long term profit and economic prosperity. Whether you are a small business owner or a corporate executive, implement quality management in your organization. This will improve your workflow and establish a positive image for the company or business. Quality isn't restricted to the corporate world alone. We all need to be quality individuals who can always be relied upon to put our best into everything we do. So maintain quality standards in your personal life. So though there is no required number of years when applying to the CQI, you must provide information regarding your relevant work history. It is also important to include all relevant trainings. It is also important to include all relevant training and certification and qualifications when applying to the CQI. CPD, continuing professional development, and CQI requires applicants to state at least 3 relevant CPD objectives during the application process. Applicants are also required to take a self-assessment based on the CQI's competency framework. Applicants must possess the requisite knowledge, skills, and experience to work proactively and demonstrate leadership. Applicants must possess requisite skills, knowledge, and experience to work proactively and demonstrate leadership behaviors. So, this day is dedicated to quality is a reminder that quality prevents mediocrity. Giving our best is ever important in our business, corporate positions, and individual lives. For organizations and business, quality management ensures that a standard of excellence is maintained. It prevents cutting corners and poor output. So it maintains a standard of excellence for organizations and business. Quality management ensures that a standard of excellence is maintained. It prevents cutting corners and poor output in the dealings. It also protects customers. Quality management protects customers and end users when companies, business, and manufacturers are held to certain level of responsibility. So quality management protects customers and end users when companies, business, and manufacturers are held to certain level of responsibility in terms of quality. Consumers can be assured of getting good value for their money. Today is also commemorated as World Freedom Day. It is a commemoration observed on November 9th. On this day in 1989, the momentous event in the history took place when the Berlin Wall was abolished. The wall separated families and communities for almost 3 decades. Today, it marks the rise of democracy and freedom and fall of communism in Eastern Europe. So, World Freedom Day was created to commemorate the fall of the Berlin Wall post World War II. But today, this is not so much about the wall, but more about its falling representative. It marked the end of communism throughout Eastern and Central Europe, ensuring liberty to all. The holiday was established as a federal observance in 2001 by President George W. Bush. After World War II ended, Germany was divided into East Germany and West Germany. West Germany was occupied by the Americans, French, and British, and East Germany became the Soviet occupied German Democratic Republic. East Germany gained status as an independent country in 1949. A wall was created to prevent the immigration of people from East Berlin to West Berlin and the rest of the Western Europe. From 1961 to 1989, an estimated 5,000 people escaped over the Berlin Wall. More than 100 people were killed in the process. In 1989, travel restrictions became lenient in East Germany, leading to thousands of people impatiently climbing the wall and hitting the wall with chisels and hammers. The Berlin was chipped away bit by bit and eventually came down to 9 minutes. Came down On 9th November 1989, 1 year later, Germany became a single territory again. So know your rights, even though World Freedom Day specifically represents one event in history, it is important to know the true meaning of freedom and your rights, and many people unaware of their freedom and rights within the legal system. So it's important to be informed about it. Today is also commemorated as Micro T Awareness Day to spread knowledge about this congenital disability. So microtia derives its name from the Latin word means little ears. Approximately one child in every 9,000 is born with microtia. It occurs when the ear or ears do not fully develop during the first trimester of pregnancy. So this leaves the child with small, underdeveloped or no ears at all. While microtia is diagnosed, children born with microtia may suffer hearing loss, facial changes, and social negligence. The Ear Community Organization founded Microtia Awareness Day in 2016. Melissa Tumblin founded Ear Community in 2010 after facing off challenges due to insufficient information. Her daughter was born with microtia. Since then, Ear Community has brought more than 6,500 people together from acts across the world to share experiences and resources. So the community has made up of children and adults with microtia, their families, teachers, advocates, and medical professionals who provide care for them with microtia. So many parents, the day of their child's birth can turn into a cause for worry and concern. The lack of information and resources about the disease results in panic and inability to proper care. So the disability has physical manifestations which can be easily detected by anyone. Parents tend to notice the outward signs of the condition, a small, weirdly shaped ear, or sometimes. For many parents, the day of their child's birth can turn into a cause for worry and concern. The lack of information and resources about the disease results in panic and inability to seek proper care for their children. But how does one figure out that the child has microtia? The disability has manifestations which can be easily detected by anyone. Parents tend to notice the outward signs of the condition. A small, weirdly shaped ear, or sometimes no ear at all. Depending on where these families live and the kind of treatment they can afford, doctors and nurses will be able to quickly confirm if the condition is present. They educate and prepare parents and the help child need to cope for their hearing impairment. Conversely, a misinformation or a lack of information discerns the parents. They worry about children's well-being. The first and foremost stage is for the parents to seek correct information regarding microtia. Correct and timely information can significantly help a child who is affected. So Microtia Awareness Day promotes public awareness. The day also builds the hope that future generations of families will have access to adequate information from the hospitals. They also raise funds for the hearing aids, implants, and surgical procedures. So a form of sign language originates as Plains Indians develop a sign language to communicate between tribes of different languages in 1541. Ludwig van Beethoven, who suffers from hearing impairments later on his life, is born in December 1770. The first permanent school for deaf children in America is established in Connecticut in 1817. The first Deaf Olympics are held for the deaf athletes for the first time in Paris, France in 1924. So most children with microtia do have hearing loss is in the affected area or in the affected ear because often there is no canal to transit sound waves in the inner ear. So this was called oral atresia. So microtia occurs when the external ear is small and not formed properly, and this may affect the child's hearing. The three treatment options for the microtia include leaving the ear as it is, using an artificial prosthetic ear and surgery to build a new ear, surgical reconstruction, and artificial ear can be made from the silicone. So our ears affect our balance. The vestibular system is located in the inner ear and is responsible for maintaining equilibrium. Our ears are hearing even when we are asleep. So our ears never rest. So the stapes or the stirrup bone is the smallest in the body. The smallest bone is in the ear. So earwax protects the middle ear against dust, dirt, and bacterial or fungal and infections. Wax is a natural protective agent. Our left ears hear music better. Research shows that the left ear is more receptive to continuous tones and musical sounds. Any situation can be handled better with proper community support. Microtia Awareness Day helps build communities of children and adults, families and advocates who are united in the cause. The most important goal of Microtia Awareness Day is to raise awareness about the congenital disability. The more aware people are, the better medical intervention they can seek. It promotes inclusivity. Those with microtia may be suggested to curious states, bullying, or awkwardness. Micro T Awareness Day hopes to create the world that is accepting of those with a disability. Today, we are also commemorating the Geriatric Tooth Fairy Day in US. Geriatric Tooth Fairy Day is observed every year on November 9th in the United States. This day aims to bring awareness to the importance of oral health for elders living in long-term care and seeks to kickstart the conversation on how poor dental hygiene affects aging adults' quality of life, especially when they find themselves in nursing homes. Showing that we care about their oral well-being is important as it makes them feel seen and heard, and many sickness and systematic diseases are linked to poor dental care that affects vulnerable communities like senior citizens. Sonia and her husband Gerald Dunbar, both valiant Navy veterans, are the owners of the Mobile Dental Express, an entity that prides itself on providing on-site dental care for senior citizens in nursing homes. Their efforts focus on helping elders achieve a better quality of life through improved oral hygiene habits and on spreading awareness on the topic. Through her work, Sonia realized that many aging adults in long-term care facilities cannot address their oral care and depend on caregivers to do it for them every day. As a highly skilled registered dental hygienist with over 25 years of dental experience, she made it one of her goals to help provide quality dental services and educate anyone willing to lend an ear on this issue. So, using her never ending wits and her dental influencer power, in 2020, she created Geriatric Tooth Fairy Day, a day set to shine a light on the topic and cast an SOS signal to help our seniors and prevent them from becoming sick due to poor oral hygiene. As many long-term care residents do not receive proper oral care, simply action, simple actions like daily toothbrushing and flossing can make a difference. This day also brings much needed awareness to the oral health of senior citizens in nursing homes, a topic not talked about often enough in mainstream media. So it is important to floss your teeth at least once every day as it removes small traces of food hiding on the tooth and the germs. Brushing your teeth twice a day with soft bristled toothbrush is essential to keep a healthy mouth. It is advisable to use fluoride since it helps strengthen tooth enamel and prevent tooth decay. If you have a healthy diet, you are less likely to get gum disease. Another piece of advice is to avoid sweets and sweetened drinks. The purpose of this day is to shine a light on the importance of taking care of your oral health. Moreover, it shows us the importance of oral hygiene in aging adults living in long-term care. Many sicknesses and diseases are linked to poor oral care, thus raising awareness of central health. Dental health is crucial. This day is also an opportunity to incorporate healthy habits in terms of oral care. For example, you can start flossing every day. Today is also commemorated as Go to an Art Museum in US. The first thing on your mind was probably, yay, no class, but a big part of the appeal was thought of going on the adventure. And art's all about exploration. In fact, that's why we celebrate Go to Art Museum Day on November 9th. More than 30,000 museums around the world participate and each year even have a different theme. So do. Today go to museum and discover something new. And if you can't go to museum yourself, you can always explore and online and read articles about some of the top art journalists. So we know it's a novel idea to go to an art museum and go to an that too on go to an art museum day. But what can we say? We are mavericks. The best part about the innovative idea is that there are so many ways to enjoy it. You can go with your family, friends, co-workers, or by yourself. Each offers a unique benefit, be it stimulating discussion or quiet response. Whichever you choose, you will find something worthwhile to walk away with. Hopefully, it's not the art itself because that could get dicey. So, with a bunch of museums holding special activities and offering discounts, things can get crowded. If it literally rubbing elbows isn't your speed, you can still join on the festivities. Drop by a library or bookstore and pick up a book on art. It might not be the same as seeing a print in person, but you do have the advantage of reading everything at your leisure. It's easy to take the place where you live for granted. However, although we might not associate our everyday surroundings with getting away from it all, a little staycation action can go a long way. Visiting an art museum can take us to a different world, or if the museum is local, show us how cool our cities really are. We are not saying a beach in the Caribbean a bad thing, but we could all use a refresher that's closer to home. Ever read the museum's placard about a painting? It's packed full of intriguing info. There isn't always time to read everything, but it's amazing how much you can learn in a single visit. This gives us ammo for any wine and cheese party, as well as all the important trivia night. Most of all, it feels good to end a leisure day with a sense of accomplishment. So sometimes it's nice to turn off your phone and focus on something that's right in front of you. Looking at a piece of art and letting your thoughts drift can be really therapeutic. Many of our stresses melt away as we try to figure out what God meant by all of those melting drops. But if that gets too heady, we are content with just admiring some beauty. Today is also commemorated as Squares Never Dies in US, and we are already going a little nuts finding ways to embrace the well queers of the world we live in. Turns out there's no real way to escape the day-to-day crazy that life throws our way. Rather than run from it, we founded the top ways to temper chaos and make it fun. Chaos is a state of disaster or confusion, and it appears in every facet of human experience. Since before the term even came out, in Greek mythology, chaos is one of the primordial gods who precedes the universe itself. So basically, chaos and all its confusion and disorder predates the universe, making it an integral part of life. While the specific origins of chaos never dies day are unknown, what is known is that chaos is an inviolable particle of life. Even as people propagate the idea of slowing down, taking a break, and taking some time for yourself, all of which can be a good idea in the night right capacity, because they won't stop the inevitable chaos in your life. Sure, the entire self care movement, which is based around commercializing relaxation products that help you take a load off, has taken off in the recent years. While the specific origins of chaos never dies, chaos can mean different things different people. For some, it's a scheduled packed day, navigating a large and bustling city. For others, it's weekly family dinners. Whatever your specific quest, the key to enjoying life is embracing the confusion and facing it head on. So that's where the quest never dies days comes in, and it's completely dedicated to enjoying the quest in the world around us. So it's a mathematical theory similar to the butterfly effect. Quest theory, it suggests that even seemingly random events such as natural disasters have underlying patterns that define them. Quest is subjective and is different for everyone. From some, Quest is having a hectic work schedule to balance with force and family responsibilities. For others, Quest may mean having to deal with large crowds. Quest can either be negative or positive, depending on how you respond to it. It can push us to take crazy actions or just regulate our schedules, or it can have very negative effects. The choice is yours. Life is chaotic and there's not much you can do about it. This chaos never dies day. Put off the chaos with a nap. You can deal with it tomorrow. Think your life is nuts. Maybe it's time to pop up in End of the World style flick to remind you that things could always be worse. Force some much needed peace and serenity on your otherwise chaotic day by having a pleasant picnic lunch in the park. Bonus points if you bring some music and maybe a bottle of wine or tune out the internal or external noise. Quest theory, most basic tenement is that all quest has underlying patterns. From mathematics and biology to meteorology and even philosophy and politics, quest theory encompasses it all. Quest theory's founder, Edward Lorenz, won a Kyoto Prize in the science for this contribution. Inherently, quest theory can predict the most unpredictable systems. It makes the complicated simple. It's a widely used. Don't let the lack of new mentions of quest theory fool you. It is still widely used in scientific research. It's just became more normalized. It reminds us to smile and relax. There are plenty of days reminding us to take a break and relax. But quest never dies days really to remind us there's no proper time to do that. Take a break. There's never really going to be a good time. Anyways, just kidding. So it reminds us the quest can be fun. Quest doesn't have to be bad. Sure, we are usually busy with work, course, and other unpleasant things. However, some of the hustle and bustle can be good. Throw a midday meal with an old friend into a busy schedule for a nice lunch break and embrace the quest. It makes us appreciate the moments. We can slow down the moments. When we do come across those fleeting moments of peace and serenity, it can be easy to squander them away. Celebrating the quest can help us make the most of our downtime. Today is commemorated as Cambodia Independence Day, which is significant because it commemorates Cambodia's independence from France on November 9, 1950. The people of Cambodia celebrate this day in various parts of the country. The main venue where the official celebrations of the ceremony are held happens at the Independence Monument, which is situated in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. Every year on this day, a high-ranking official lights a ceremonial flame at the interior portion of the Independence Monument, and people deck the monument stairs with flower tributes. In the 19th century, the Kingdom of Cambodia fell under the control of Kingdom of Siam and became a vassal state of the Kingdom of Siam. To break free from all their domination, King Norodom signed a treaty with France on August 11, 1863, claiming that kingdom is now under France's protection. This pact resulted in occupation of Cambodia by the French. Not only did France seize control of the city, but it also took over Cambodia's trade relations and military might. During the World War II, the Japanese invaded Cambodia and occupied the country. On March 9, 1945, after a formal request by Japanese forces, Cambodian King Norodom Sihanouk proclaimed Cambodia as an independent kingdom. The Japanese government also backed Cambodia's independent status and withdrew its troops. The French, however, not given Cambodia full independence. In 1946, Cambodia was granted self-rule with the French Union. Within the French Union, in 1949, the French took away the protectorate status from Cambodia that the treaty has established. The French revoked Cambodia's protectorate status, which had been established under the treaty in 1949. By June 1952, King Sihanouk of Cambodia has decided to begin agitating for the Cambodia's official independent status, dismissing his cabinet and suspending the constitutions and taking charge of the government as prime minister. In March 1953, King Sihanouk arrived in France to persuade the French to grant Cambodia complete independence. His campaign proved to be effective as French government announced on July 3, 1953, that it was ready to grant complete independence to the three states of Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. King Sihanouk reclaimed full control of the military, the police, foreign and trade relations, the judicial system, and the country's finance. The French relinquished the authority of the Cambodian police and military. As a result, King Sihanouk became a hero to all Cambodians, and his freedom battle is commemorated every year on Independence Day. He was given the name the Father of Independence. So the Cambodians speak the Khmer language, and it is national language of Cambodia and was influenced by the ancient languages Sanskrit and Pali. Cambodian Independence Day is celebrated with festivals, parades, and fireworks across the country. The main ceremony is held in the capital city, Phnom Penh. France ruled Cambodia for 90 years. The French rule started from the treaty in 1863, announcing Cambodia as a protectorate of France to 1950. So don't know how much Cambodia? Well, now it's the time to find some history books and read up about the beautiful country. Cambodia is a place with wonderful sights. Plan your next trip to Cambodia and visit popular spots. If you are a native of Cambodia, then drop by nearby museum and learn more about your country's rich heritage. There's always something new to discover. The Cambodian flag is only one in the world to have a building on it. The Chol Chnam Weme, or the New Year celebrations in Cambodia, are held in April each year, also signify the end of harvest season. Cambodian people believe the 7 or more chips by a gecko denote good luck for one's marriage prospectus in future. Cambodians cook different kinds of insects like crickets, ants, and even tarantulas. The Tonle Sap in Cambodia is the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia, which is a major source for fishing. Today is also commemorated as Chhat Puja in India. Kartik Chhat Puja is a religious event observed in the Indian month Kartika, taking place in October and November. This year it takes place from November 9th to 12th. It is a 4-day ancient Hindu festival dedicated to sun god, Lord Surya. Kartik Kartiki Chat is actually the second half of the celebration. As the first one, Chaiti Chat takes place early on during April and May. Kartik Chat Puja comes to close with Usha Argya, the day when people break their 36-hour long fast, during which they don't consume water or food. To conclude, they offer Viniya Argya to the rising sun. The festival is celebrated in the states of Bihar, Jharkhand, eastern Uttar Pradesh, and the country of Nepal and other places. It is believed that religious rituals of Chat Puja date back to ancient times since traces of it are mentioned in the Vedas. The Rig Veda, the oldest text of Vedic Sanskrit hymns, features chants adulating Lord Surya and similar customs. The festivity also finds a reference of the Mahabharata, a Sanskrit epic poem in which Draupadi is described observing the same traditional rituals. Said poem states that Draupadi and Pandavas, the rulers of Indraprastha, nowadays at Delhi, perform the rituals of Chat Puja as per the guidance of noble sage Daumya. By adulating Lord Surya, Draupadi came out of all her troubles and additionally assisted the Pandavas in regaining their lost kingdom. The scientific history of Chat Puja also dates back to Vedic times. The ancient rishis used this method to remain alive without needing to eat, obtaining energy directly from the sunlight. All of this, of course, is done through the rituals of Chat Puja. The story of Lord Rama is another instance that displays the significance of Chat Puja. It is believed that the Lord Rama and Mata Sita kept fast together and during Kartik and offered puja to Lord Surya at the time of their coronation in Shukla Paksha. Since then, Chat Puja has become an essential and traditional festival in the Hindu religion. Festivals are celebrated because we think that there is an opportunity to bring people closer and create stronger bonds with each other and also promote peace, harmony, and unity. Unmarried women too can celebrate the festival by keeping a fast. Indian culture is known for having certain particular traditions. This celebration could be an opportunity for you to get to know their culture. This event takes place for 4 days. If you have chance to travel to India to participate in person, do it. It will be an unforgettable experience. You can incorporate traditional habits like not wearing shoes while at home. Indians believe that a home is a sacred place and thus they do not wear shoes inside it. Nake, this is the first day on which the devotees have to take dip in the holy river and prepare prasad. Lohanda and Karna, the fast takes place for 36 hours, and after the time has passed, devotees break the fast by consuming prasad. Sandhya Argya on the third day, devotees get together by the river alongside family and friends, and in the evening, when the sun sets, offer Sandhya Argya and return home. In the morning, devotees gather together again on the bank of the river until the sun rises and offer Bihaniya Argya to the sun god. During Kartiki Chat Puja, the kind of prasad cooked is special made using varieties of grains, fruits, spices, and various local products. The festival is dedicated to Lord Surya, the sun god. Believers thank him for bringing into existence all of mankind and for helping their loved ones. The Puja festival is also performed to seek blessings from Surya to live longer, be healthy, and prosper. The fact that devotees generally pray at the river bank during sunrise or sunset is beneficial for them, since solar energy has the lowest level of ultraviolet radiation, and during these two times, and moreover, the traditional festival showers you with positivity and helps in detoxifying your mind, soul, and body, and also it helps you to gain vitamin D. So, with this, we shall end the commemorations for the day. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which will be raised in the form of polls. The feedback form has been raised in the form of polls. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before you leave the platform. So see you all tomorrow. Take care.